All right. Niners Falcons just wrapped up. Niners get the win 20-10. I'm pretty happy, pretty pleased with the showing here. We're coming off a pretty ugly loss, especially with not having Fred Warner the rest of the year. And then the Falcons are coming off a big, I think, Sunday night win against the Bills and knocking off that team. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect with Atlanta, but I feel like the game was pretty neck and neck the entire way through. George Kittle's back this game, and Niners are without Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, both those guys out for the season. Brock Purdy's still out. Ricky Pearsall's out for this game. But Jennings is back for a second game in a row. And then Mac Jones was able to play in this game too. So he started the last few for us, and coming into this one has looked pretty good. So I was confident with Mac Jones coming into this game. So I'm just going to go through my notes of the game. I was just making notes as I was watching it, and then we'll get into the box score. But Niners get that big win to go 5-2, which is, I'm pretty happy about it. So Falcons received the toss. They won the toss, and then they wanted the ball in the first possession, 3 and out. Jordan Elliott got some good pressure in there. And then we had a linebacker blitz on third down, which we blitzed a lot more in this game. So I liked Robert Saleh's strategy coming into this one. Without having our two big playmakers, he was dialing up more pressures, which helped out a lot. Niners, our first possession, the first play was a sack, so did not look good. I think I was like, oh my gosh, this is not a good omen. And then we had a decent drive. Brian Robinson Jr. had 2 nice runs on there, but ultimately we had a punt. Atlanta's second drive, they had the ball forever. I think they had 19 plays. 19 plays. Our defense had limited pressure on Michael Penix Jr., in my opinion, but we did get a big sack by Sam. I'm going to butcher his name. Akawanu. Sorry, I'm probably butchering his name on third down. So that was big. They were just moving down. It was slow, methodical drive, but they had to settle for a field goal. So a great sack right there. Overall in this game, Niners running game looked by far the best it has looked the entire season. So if we have finally found something, this is going to be really good things to come. On the second drive, several plays, we get into Atlanta territory. And then Mac Jones throws the ball. Jennings should have caught it. I personally think he took his eyes off the ball. And so we're in the Atlanta territory. I think if he would have caught that, we would have been in the red zone. Goes off his hands. Atlanta picks it off for an interception. So just fast forward a little bit. We drive down. C-Mac gets a touchdown. So we go up 7-3. Nardo Green, our cornerback, gets hurt. So he's out for the game. I don't remember if it was a toe injury. It might have been a hamstring, so he didn't come back. So then you see Chase Lucas is in the game, and Luter. I think Luter was getting more of the snaps where Green is, but I saw Chase Lucas over there a lot, and Lucas definitely flashed on the screen. Bryce Huff gets a sack fumble with 1 minute 26 seconds left. So I think that was huge. By Huff, he had really good pressure on Penix throughout. And then talking about Leonard Floyd, he ends up knocking the ball out of Jones' hands. They had to review it, but the ball goes forward, goes toward a Falcon defensive lineman, but ultimately ends up in Connor Colby's hands. And then Eddie Pinheiro kicks a 50-yard field goal. Eddie Pinheiro has been money for the Niners since we got rid of Jake Moody. And then Pinheiro's come in, so he gets the 55-yard field goal. Jake Brendel ends up getting hurt, our center. So the backup, Hennessy, comes in. He plays the rest of the game. I think he did pretty well, considering our run game was excellent. In the second half, we've Niners opening drive. We get the ball, drive down, have to settle for a field goal, so Pinheiro gets another one, this time 43 yards. And then Atlanta is coming down, and Bijan gets a touchdown. So then it's 13-10 San Francisco. And I was going to tell you, the San Francisco offense is Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey the entire time. When I look into the box score, it's probably going to stand out even more. And the Atlanta offense is just Bijan. It's Bijan. So that's where these offenses look similar, where they're really relying on their running backs. I mean, Kyle Pitts for Atlanta ended up getting quite a few receptions, targets, but Drake London didn't do a whole lot. Mooney didn't do a whole lot. Niners receivers didn't do much of anything. We do get a big four down stop. On fourth down, Chase Lucas is covering London, who's doing like an out route. And, Penix probably didn't throw it hard enough, but Lucas jams in there, gets his hands, and throws it off. I mean, Lucas potentially could have had an interception if he would have held onto the ball, but it was enough where Drake couldn't bring it in. So we get the ball there. And then There were some clutch moments from our offense where, it's third down and Mac Jones throws it. I think it was like 3rd and 8 or something like that. So it was long. We're in the red zone. Throws it, finds Christian McCaffrey. Shocker. We get the first down. And then next thing you know, C-Mac rushes in for a touchdown with 2:24 left in the game. They did show the highlights of our left guard Colby pulling McCaffrey in. So the announcer said it should have been a penalty. You win some, you lose some. And then Atlanta's trying to drive down there, and it's a turnover on downs. So really good pressure from Bryce Huff on that one, some pretty good coverage. And then, we end up winning the games. Real happy with the results. Just going to dive into the box score real quick. You have Michael Penix Jr., 21 of 38. So that's not fantastic. 41 yards, 1 touchdown. He was only sacked twice. But we were getting good pressure on him, I thought, for the majority of the game. Not always. Bijan, we held him in check from running the ball. 14 carries for 40 yards. That's a 2.9 average. And then Algier only got 4 carries, but he had a 4-yard average. From receiving, Darryl Mooney had the most yards, so 3 receptions, 68 yards. Kyle Pitts Jr., 10 targets, caught 7 of them, 62 yards. And then here's, Bijan, here's where he made his fantasy money. 6 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown. And then Drake London, I'll say their future Pro Bowl receiver. He had 10 targets, but only 4 of them landed and 42 yards. And then Penix did lose a fumble, so that was his 1 turnover. Looking at the Niners, pretty pedestrian passing game. Mac Jones, 17 of 26, 152. Did have an interception, was sacked 1 time for 2 yards. But look at C-Mac. I've been very vocal about the run game. 24 carries, 129 yards, 0.4 average, and 2 touchdowns. I think most all of our other games, we were like 3.5 at your best, sometimes under 3. So now to have 5.4, that was excellent. Brian Robinson Jr., 9 for 36. He had a 4-yard average. Leading receiver, don't fall out of your chair at C-Mac. 7 for 72 yards, 8 targets. He got all but 1 of them. And then you've Juwan Jennings, 4 for 31. And then everyone else had a 1 or 2. So there wasn't much going on. Nothing for Kittle, 2 targets, but he really showed up in the blocking. The blocking was fantastic. So let's just look at the defense real quick. Bethune filling in for Fred Warner best he can. 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and then sacks. Huff gets 1, and then D. Winters gets... Oh, sorry. I'm in the wrong column. Huff gets 1, and then Akwanwanu, which I probably said his name different last time, he gets the other sack. So that was really good. But some other guys that stood out to me, I think I said Jordan Elliott. I like what Luter was doing. Chase Lucas looked really good. D. Winters, when I saw him, he looked great. He didn't flash a lot for me this game, and then neither did the rookies. I would see Michael Williams every now and again, and then Alfred Collins on towards the end of the game. I really don't think I saw him too much until the end of the game, but I'm real happy with this one. Great job, Robert Saleh. Great job, Kyle Shanahan. And then C-Mac, if he's found that fountain of youth and our offensive line has figured out how to rush, I think we could be pretty formidable moving forwards. Feeling real positive about this win. But let's keep moving forward, Niners. All right, y'all. Have a good one.